Good evening, everyone. I am doing a monthly reading for the sign of Scorpio. Yeah, Scorpio. I think I got it right. If I didn't, I'm sorry. Try to do them in order. And I have just pulled some oracle cards from the Psychic Tarot deck. And we have Accelerated Motion that had come out before I started recording. Just kind of flew out, so I'm including it. And we have Spiritual Union, Foundation and Achievement, Sacrifice, and Suffering and Silence. So, with the first card, I feel like right off the bat, things are moving fast for you. Things are happening fast. I feel like with a relationship, with some sort of union here, or some sort of serious commitment. Okay, it's something that you're building together. Like a home or a family, or both. Everything. Maybe everything just in general, you're just building together. And you're making a lot of sacrifices along the way. And I feel like with this last card, Suffering and Silence, that these sacrifices are kind of, some of them are starting to wear you out. Okay, some of them are kind of like dragging you down a little bit, stressing you out, and not necessarily in a bad way, but it could just be like everyday stress of things, of trying to get it right, like you're both just trying to get everything right so that you can finally just sit back and relax for a second, because I feel like you haven't been able to, and it's starting to kind of wear on you, or both of you. So now we're going to pull some tarot cards, see what else is going on. Yeah. So the first card is the Ten of Wands. Yeah, so again, in here, it's you're carrying too much. Like I said, it's burdening you. It's dragging you down. There's some things that you need to let go of. It may be that you just need to let go in general. Just kind of let it happen. Try not to worry so much. Because I feel like there's good things coming. I feel like there's good communication coming. Some sort of news or conversation. It could also be that a conversation needs to happen. Like, there's some decisions that you're trying to make, but it's hard for you to make them. It's kind of like you're juggling too much. That's what I'm feeling here, because you see, he's kind of trying to balance on this log, and he's like juggling these coins. It could be about money. It could be that you're trying to keep your finances in order. You could be trying to buy a house. But so that you can have that stability, because you want to grow old together. Six of Cups, and normally it has to do with the past, but that's not what I'm feeling here. I feel like you're looking into the future, but I feel like you're kind of looking too far ahead at the moment. Like, you're not living in the moment. And I feel like the universe is trying to tell you that you need to live in the moment. Live in this moment, because eventually you'll get to, live in this moment, in the now, because eventually you're going to get here. You're going to get to that point where you can be nostalgic and think about, oh, remember when we were doing this? Okay? Okay. So we have the King of Pentacles. We have Temperance. We have the World. And we have the Empress. Yeah, so this is really good energy. The King of Pentacles is all about having that stability, being very grounded, being very abundant, you know, and having everything in order. And having, you know, if it's finances you're worried about, it's like everything's surplusing here, you know. It's like the universe is like, don't worry about it because it's all going to come together, you know. There's going to be that balance. You just kind of need to, like, kind of relax and let the universe do its work, you know. Let it happen, you know. Just kind of, you know, kind of take a back seat, you know. Put in your work and, you know, let the results happen. You know, it may be slow, you know, and it can be frustrating, but it's going to happen. You know, with the World card, it's like everything's going to come together. Everything's going to culminate into this beautiful scenery for you. Because with the Empress, it's all about abundance. It's all about having it all. And standing, you know, comfortable in your own skin and being happy. And also, I just want to add one more thing that the Empress is all about. She's all about self-love, too. She has it all. You know, she doesn't need anybody else. So, just remember that. Like, make sure that you are good with you before you go forward with all this. Because if you're not, then it's not going to work. You're going to continue to be stressed because you're not, you know, learning to be happy with yourself. Okay, we have the Seven of Swords. And the Tower. And the Three of Swords. So, yeah. Okay. So, I feel like this is going to be you really walking away from that negative energy. You know, normally, like, you know, I'm getting different vibes from these cards than what they normally usually mean. And I have to go with it. You know, I have to go with my gut here. The Seven of Swords usually is kind of, like, deceptive. But I feel like this is more like you're walking away from that negative energy. It's you kind of putting it behind you, letting it go, you know. Because the universe kicks in, you know, out of nowhere. The Tower is like sudden. You know, it's a sudden event. And the Three of Swords usually, you know, can signify heartbreak and loss and sadness. But, and it may be that you may be, you know, mourning some of the past with the Six of Cups. That could be it. But I feel like it's more like your heart is like bursting with energy, you know, because see, there's the sun underneath with, you know, it's like light, you know, it's like your heart is on fire. You're ready for this new beginning. Okay, and we have the King of Wands again that came out in the daily reading. So there's some of the same energy here. We have the Emperor and the Ace of Swords. So yeah, this is all about action. It's all about taking action, because the Emperor especially is all about action. And like less words, you know, not so much having a lengthy conversation, but just getting up and doing, you know. And this is what I feel like here, is that you're moving forward, you know, despite any hardships. It's like you're letting it go. You know, you're gonna let it go. You're gonna move on, and you're gonna come out on top with the Ace of Swords. It's like you're gonna be standing in your truth. You're gonna be standing in this new beginning, in this new light. Okay, so with that being said, that is the monthly reading for the sign of Scorpio for June 2019, kind of going into July, just because it's the end of the month. I apologize that I didn't get to it sooner, but it's all in divine timing, right? So that is your reading, and if you like this reading, you can check out the rest of my videos as well, and I do have an Instagram at Second Soul Tarot. Alright, I'll see you later.